up, Visionaries? Welcome back to Electric Vision. Today we have our artist spotlight, Hashland. You already know the name. On here for a little interview. So Hash, why don't you tell people a little about yourself?
What's up? It's Hashland, CEO of Homegrown. Chilling with the amazing Electric Vision, good aesthetic herself. Very honored to be a part of the artist series for the month of November.
Well, Hash, we're really happy to have you on the show. You get a little inside look to your career and how you have become the Hashland that you are today.
Dope.
So, if you don't know, Homegrown Network is Hash's community that he runs of a lot of different DJs, hosts, and just creative people involved that constantly throwing events throughout the city and just, bringing people together. So I had to ask, what's your favorite part of the community you've created?
You know when you go to make a drawing and you see the picture and then you draw it, and sometimes it doesn't really come out like that. But sometimes it comes out exactly the way you like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted.
Or better.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel right now with the community. I'm really blessed and lucky. It's all nice people. It's it feels organic.
Mm-hmm.
No BS really. Everybody's just there to have a good time. Maybe we
dance floor is always lit, I will say.
Yeah. My biggest problem is that I get a little too drunk sometimes, and that's not the worst problem to have.
So if y'all are not familiar with Hash's music, he's a DJ, but he also produces and makes his own music, and got a lot cooking up, a lot that you've already blessed the people with, and I feel like your sound is so unique, so I'm curious to know who are some of the people that influence you musically.
Early on, I really was just listening to Biggie, and I love the way that he can rap about pretty much anything, and he can also rap about some personal shit and make it fun, Mm-hmm. My first project, the HDM2 that I put out this year, I really wanted that to just sound like something you could play at any time and hit off, Whoever you're listening to in the early stages of creating Hashland, I was listening to a lot of Biggie, Lauryn Hill, she's amazing. Her way to sing and rap. People say Drake was the first one to really do that, but
nah.
I feel nah, she's the first one I really hear. Her and Mos Def, he's the guy version of Lauryn Hill sometimes. If I'm comparing,
Hash, I will say, HGN is always outside. Any weekend, you're looking for moves in Philly, HGN got you with something. And we've had so many great times, so many memories. I feel I never have a bad night. And even on the nights where I'm I don't know if I should come out, blah, 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 I'm always so glad I did.
Especially now at this point in my career, I have the luxury, after doing so many trials and errors and parties that I kind of didn't want to do it. Now I have the luxury to say I'm not going to do something unless I give a fuck about this.
Absolutely.
Unless it's going to be something thrilling,
Yeah. Always something different. What's the funniest moment that you've had so far? Being a DJ, being a music artist, creative in the scene?
You know what? Honestly, I did think of something, because people always come up for requests. People always have a way to do it. The most common way recently is they'll write something on their phone, smack it on the glass, or put it. The thing I don't like, people put it in your face, because I'm just come on, put yourself in my shoes, and somebody walk up and you would never want that. You'd be what kind of dish?
It's just on principle at that point. It doesn't even matter if it's a good song or not.
I've grown intolerant to it, I guess. I don't know what the word is, but basically I've reached my max with it. So lately I'll just be locking people's phones. I won't even look at it or whatever. So this one girl comes up to the glass and she puts her Apple Watch on it. And at first I'm I am not about to squint with my badass eyesight and try and read this Apple Watch request. And then I was you know what? I'm gonna read this, John. I've never seen what text look like on an Apple Watch. I want to see this shit. And I read that, John, and it says, "Oh my God, Hashland, can you tell him to play You Don't Know My Name for Real?" I was yo. So I was nah, I gotta start giving people a chance again. Maybe I shouldn't be so sassy.
They're trying to support Hash's get that phone.
My whole attitude changed. I was like, nah, I gotta play this joint. I gotta show love now.
Yeah, no, I feel like being outside too, like, even just thinking about from last year at this time to this year, I know I've grown so much. I feel like you've grown so much. Like, it's just what happens when you're working for yourself, honestly. I feel like you're pushed in a different way. Then you can't just like be idle, and you gotta really be out here making moves and making connections and doing things that matter.
Yeah.
At least that's one valuable lesson that I've learned this year, is like just the importance of consistency. And you know, what would you say as an artist is like a lesson that you've taken from the past year?
I feel like what I learned even like right now, something I just thought about while you were talking, is you work so hard. Sometimes everything is like a step-by-step process, because you work so hard when you're coming up with, like, for me, like Homegrown Network, when I was coming up with it, what the hell it is, and I did know what it is. Like, it was a community for me, because everything was shut down in that moment, and like we needed somewhere to feel like we still could go, you know?
Yeah.
So it kind of was like online only at first, and then we came back outside. But I worked so hard on Homegrown Network itself, I didn't think about, all right, what's coming for Homegrown Network for the future, you know? Like, what, you know what I mean? What are we, like, going for, you know? So I think this year I started really putting out the feels that I wanted it to put out, you know? I figured out, like, all right, this year I'm feeling like I did that homegrown and sexy. Like, I want things to feel like, you know, you feel good. You come to the party, you want to look good, you want to feel good.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah,
it always feels like very, even if you don't know everybody there, it always just feels like it's not a judgmental environment. Like, you can just be yourself, you can dance how you want to dance. Like, you just want to chill in the corner, and that's fine too. Like, there's no like pressure to act a certain way.
Yeah, that's a huge, important part of the home. You know, I feel like everybody, even that's watching this, I'm sure they might have went through one friend group or another, you know, where you find yourself hanging out with some people. Sometimes you don't feel like you're at home with these people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's nice that I feel like at home, like a family.
Bring people together in the name of twerking.
In the name of twerking, no. Well, in the name of music, I guess, first and foremost. But we'll twerk in there.
A little bit.
A little dance in there. We'll sit down.
Sometimes we slow down, the hash and beat.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. The twerking still goes down at hash and beat.
So, as you mentioned, new R&B project cooking up.
Yes.
Can't say too much yet, but what can the fans expect on the new project?
I love this project more than any project I've ever worked on. And I'm not even like, I might be 50% done, but
Damn.
I feel like it's cool to be more vulnerable on the song. That's like what I love from all of my artists that I listen to. That it makes some music this time that you like, no, when I go home, I'm gonna cut this bitch on and sing my heart out.
Put on that new Hashland.
Yeah, yo, somebody needs to be going through some shit, and this album needs to really get them through some shit. Like,
So Hash, we know what Homegrown Network has evolved to be in just a short time, and I'm excited to see like what's next. Like, I just know that you're so passionate and driven, and you have this whole community behind you. So what's something that people can expect in the next year?
well, first off, I have a whole winter collection of merch that's gonna come out.
Oh.
That only a few people have seen, but that's coming soon. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've just been getting everything legitimized with Homegrown Network. I've been really focused on that becoming something that's so good that some of the people that are in there already can help me run it more.
Yeah.
So I can focus more on my project, because I am going to drop this project next year.
Exciting stuff.
Yes. Future, the goal is Homegrown Network to have its own space. That's what I'm manifesting.
Okay.
I'm really manifesting a new spot to like creative direct at. I feel like that's like the trial run for me having my own space, you know? I get to help somebody's spot be cool as fuck and not do all the legal stuff yet.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to tap in with Homegrown Network and Hashland for any upcoming events, new music, good vibes. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.